Number two now. So the first question here is what teachings of Buddha, are most relevant today and why? Teachings of Buddha. Now when you talk about teachings of Buddha, so you have learnt about Buddha in history also, may have read them in what ethics also. The basic teachings are middle path first, the four noble truth and the eightfold path. Now when we see these teachings of Buddha, how these can be seen in today's world. So the biggest crisis that the human beings are facing is climate change. Now in order to deal with climate change, the teachings of Buddha can be highly helpful. So we have to tell in the context of what today's requirement is. So now let's see now first. So philosophy teachings of Buddha. So it's talking about middle path. Yes. It's talking about middle path. So middle path is talking about that we should not be moving towards extremes. So neither what giving up the wants is possible, or means giving a renunciation is possible, or on the other side extreme wants is also unsustainable. So middle path is talking about we have to move away from extremes like indulgence and strict abstinence. So both of them are almost impossible. Yes. Now first of all, extreme indulgence can lead to fast destruction, and that will be leading to a ruin of the entire humanity and the planet itself. Yes. So hence we have to move towards middle path, that is sustainable way of life and sustainable way of development, sustainable way of consumption. Now here further when you talk about the four noble truths, so the world is full of sorrow. Yes, the reason of sorrow is wants, desires. That means a desire for more and more, bigger and bigger, better and better, expensive and expensive, still we are not satisfied. Yes. So we are relatively poor in comparison to others, even if we are having every possible thing. So the desire for getting more and more leads to huge indulgence, and may be creating problem for the entire planet, for the humanity at large, destruction of society, decline in ethics and morality, and that gives rise to only sorrow. Yes. So the sorrow, so desire is the root cause of all sorrow. So what we have to do, so sorrow can be conquered by conquering desire. Yes. So that means this has to be controlled. This has to be controlled. This has to be made sustainable. Controlled and sustainable. So desire can be conquered by following eightfold path. So the method is eightfold path. So that means we have to apply the message of the Buddha in the current context. So Buddha is saying that the best way is middle path. Middle path can definitely cure the humanity from sorrow. Yes, because the major reason for sorrow is extreme desires can be controlled by following eightfold path. Let us see now the eightfold path. So what has to be done? First is right understanding. Yes. So what is the meaning of right understanding here? When we understand from the perspective of the climate change, that we have to accept that there is a problem. We should not be naysayers. We should not be deniers of climate change. Like Mr. Donald Trump. Yes. He stated that there is no climate change. Yes. We should be keep on moving the same manner as we are going forward. So first of all, there should not be naysayers. We should acknowledge, yes, there is a problem. Yes. So that will lead to right understanding, acknowledgement of problem. Now this will now lead to understanding, will lead to right resolve. So showing commitment to deal with the problem. So that is why we have seen Rio Earth Summit of 1992 followed by Kyoto Protocols, COP21 Paris Climate Talks, and so all these are showing more resolution and commitment towards dealing with the problem. Right speech. Yes. So that means now we have to convey. Yes. So means scientific community is conveying to the political leadership on the basis of facts and findings to take actions. Leaders convincing the people, the business people, common people, yes, that we require to deal with this problem. Yes. So hence right messaging is required to deal with the problem. Right actions. So take appropriate actions. So we require international policies, agreements, national policies, actions at what state level, at district level, community level, people level. Yes. So we require actions at all the steps. Now for this we have to move towards a right living, that is adaptation. So we require adaptation with respect to what ecological methods of farming, yes, sustainable farming, ecological tourism, yes. Similarly, what reducing what pollution and waste through what production or manufacturing. So we have to move towards more adaptation cycle. Yes, fossil fuels to be removed, replaced by more green energy, green economy. So we require what adaptation, that is right living, right efforts. So we should keep on what searching for the best practices. Yes, so regular R&D, innovations to keep on improving. Yes, so right efforts. Right thought, so we require regular IEC. So regular IEC, until unless we make people partners, so there will not be a way of creating sustainable actions and sustainable what methods of production and sustainable way of living. Yes, so we have to properly message the people. So we require to inculcate right thought, and this requires messaging, IEC, information, education and communication. Now when the messaging is ultimately going to the minds, so the message becomes imbibed. So we adopt the message in our minds, then we adopt that into our actions. So that leads to what? Right self concentration, that is inculcation of the message leading to mindfulness to apply. Yes. So what we have seen with respect to the Buddha, the best it can be applied with respect to dealing with climate change, safeguarding the planet, safeguarding the humanity, and safeguarding the decline of safeguarding against decline of moral values in the society. So this is the way.